I'm Adam Quin, and I am the Executive Director and founder of Second Chances in Southern Utah. Here at Second Chances in Southern Utah, we want to share with you some of the growing principles that we foundationally believe in, from the staff all the way into the students, the administration. We all function off of these same growing principles that your daughters will experience through our level system. Number one is open mind. And I know for a lot of my former students out there, they're hearing open mind and thinking positive fertile soil. Mr. Adam is going to go off about how we need to be more open-minded. But truthfully, the importance of open mind from my own personal coaching career, I've coached gymnastics, women's gymnastics, for the past 19 years of my life. And through all the different groups that I've had, we had a common thread in success. And I started to identify this in some of my athletes just in practice. The concept of open mind is to believe that positive things are possible. Yes, possible even for me, even for you. Positive possibilities are possible. I want you guys to understand that we are not a open-minded place, hippie-oriented, open to anything. We respect everybody's personal decisions. However, the concept really centers around, and the training for my staff is centered around understanding that when we are presented with something new, every day we're presented with something new, that we take the new and we process it with an opportunity to learn from it, to let it grow, to see if it can fruit something that's positive, rather than just ripping it out of the ground or shutting it down. A really quick illustration is back to my coaching career. I'm first day presenting to my students the levels between 8 and 9. They have to start learning what's called release moves on the uneven bars. And as they start learning these release moves, you first have to explain to them what they're going to be learning. And I tell these students, okay, this is what we're going to be learning. You're going to do your giant swing. You're going to get to the top of the swing. I'm going to be up there on the bar with you, and then you're going to let go of the bar, and you are going to let me carry you, and then you're going to look at the bar, and I'm going to drop you on the other side into the pit, of course, and you're going to catch the bar, and we're going to go through this. Well, as a quick illustration, if you were to line my 7 little gymnasts up at the time, and if you were to choose which one was going to be successful that day at learning this, you would have chosen little Amelia, who is so flexible, so strong, so naturally talented. However, it was Chelsea, who, when you look at her physically, not so strong, not really any noticeable musculature to this gymnast. You look at the two gymnasts, and in their faces told me everything. I looked at little Amelia, and she looked up at me, super talented, physically there, and she was terrified. And right away, I saw her mind close, and she actually verbally said, "Oh my goodness, we're going to let go of the bar and we're going to die." As I look at my other student, as I looked at little Chelsea and what she said to me, her nonverbals looked at me and said, "I don't know how to do this, and it seems scary, but Mr. Adam, I'll try. Just catch me." After 2 hours of working this skill, the illustrated open mind Chelsea, not as much talent, was able to wrap her brain around trying, beginning the process of work. And her body followed. The skill we were working on was a Tkachev, and this child's Tkachev materialize because her mind was able to wrap around it so her body could follow. The super talented child took a lot of coaching, a lot of convincing, and I basically had to lift her off of the bar because she couldn't wrap around her mind to try. Immediately, she thought of the fear, she thought of the negative consequences, and she closed her mind. The concept of open mind is if we can open our minds to positive possibilities when we encounter new things, new principles, new rules, then we can follow those and we can actually open up our possibilities to achieve more by simply thinking about the open mind. One of my other passions is gardening, and I've had experience after experience, good and bad. When you're a new gardener, I've learned that you have more learning experiences, which what other people would call those failures. With the garden, working with the soil. My first garden was in Virginia, and I was so enthusiastic, and I tore out a patch of my grass. I tilled it up. One of my good friends who was a retired doctor, he is a big-time gardener too, and he asked me, "Did you amend the soil?" And I said, "What are you talking about? I just tilled up my yard and I planted." And he told me that the soil is very acidic and you have to amend it in order to have positive results. And so in my enthusiasm, I rushed and I planted those seeds, and sure enough, they sprouted up, and then about 2 days later, everything just shriveled and died. And for me, after having spent so much time and effort out there, I realized with my gardening experience, I have this experience where the soil was acidic. And then I go into the gym later on that day to go coach, and the parallel of what I was trying to teach my gymnasts as far as opening their minds so that the concept can just grow, and just give me your effort, just try. And we can work on it together. Seeing the difference between the students who were able to have positive fertile soil, where the seeds that I planted could actually grow, and the difference between the students that I saw it in their faces, I heard it in their voices when I presented the Tkachev, and immediately the fear, the mind shutting down, and then working with them physically on how difficult that process was to teach them. The concept of open mind likened unto positive, fertile soil, where new ideas can grow, is a constant challenge to even me as the founder of Second Chances in Southern Utah. I have encountered so many difficult moments, difficult people. Some of these I have explained in other videos that have challenged me to stay open-minded about the positive possibilities that can happen. Yes, even to me, even to my idea, to my vision about how to help others. So in this video, as far as the open mind concept, I hope you, as parents that are looking for more information about our program, for staff that is using this to train, and for former students of mine that just really want to refreshen their memories about some of the things that Mr. Adam has taught you while you were here at Second Chances in Southern Utah. Thank you.